Holy hot hemorrhaging frame rates, Batman. This game sucks titties. I do not recommend anyone buying this game. I would love to build up to that. I'd love to do a full review for 10 minutes and 5 seconds on how much this game sucks, and then at the end get to the point where I'm like, and I don't recommend anyone buying it. But on the off chance that someone decides to click away in the first 30 seconds, I want everyone to be in the complete understanding that you do not go out and buy this game for the Nintendo Switch. And now I will start the review. Actually, even buying this game for me was a challenge in on itself, because when we first heard this game was coming out, it was supposed to be released with all the other iterations, PlayStation 4, Xbox, PC, and so on. I need to breathe today. And then nothing. There was silence. Silence in Nintendo Switch land when this game never hit shelves. And so we were all sat wondering, when were we actually going to get this portable version of WWE? When was WWE making its return, its triumphant return to a Nintendo system? And then suddenly on December 4th, we heard, oh, it's coming out in 2 days' time. It'll be on shelves and in the eShop in 2 days from now. That just raised so many red flags from the start. When you see games delayed that are supposed to be out and it's taking months, like Rhyme, and my prediction is like Steep, it's most likely because the game isn't anywhere where it needs to be and they're trying to work on that day one patch. Well, I think it got to the point where they realized, guys, Christmas is coming up. This ain't getting any better. We just got to release it, and we got to release it now. And something really weird happened. As I said, it was $40 online at Walmart, but then $60 everywhere else. I went to GameStop and they said, no, it's $60, but it was $40 online. So I thought, well, I'll wait till it comes out at Walmart and I'll pick it up for $40. I then go to Walmart and find out the price has been raised to $60. So I thought I wasn't going to buy it, but then I heard some people were finding it at other Walmart locations for $40. So then it became a wild goose chase for me at 2 a.m. in the morning, trying to find this game at a Walmart for a price I actually wanted to pay for it. So I've been going around to different Walmarts tonight, trying to find somewhere that has it in stock for the $40. That guy looked at me really weird because he can see what I'm doing, and I'm hoping this Walmart has it. Well, this search ended up being a lot easier than I initially intended it to be. I should have started vlogging earlier, apparently. They have it here for $41.95, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. I don't understand. It actually looks like there's a previous price behind it of $60. I've also heard it's terrible, and I want to see how bad it is, which is why I'm gonna go ahead and grab this right now.
They have their entire electronics department on lockdown at night.
Oh, okay.
So, the one on Little Road, I think, is still open, and the one over by the ballpark.
Guess I was wrong. As it turns out, this adventure continues. This Walmart closes down electronics apparently at 10 p.m., so I can't get the game. I want it tonight. I'm impatient. This one has it 60. See, I'm not going crazy. It's a damn conspiracy. I have gone to entirely too many Walmarts tonight. We'll try one more. We're in luck. This one also has it for 40. Let's see if they can get it out of the case. Would it be possible to get a game out of the case? Wwe 2K18 for Switch. So I just put $45 of my own money down. I put it on the line. I bought a game that I know is going to suck. I essentially just wasted $45 just so you guys don't go out and buy this if it sucks. I'm trying to save you guys money now. If that doesn't deserve a like, comment, and subscribe, I don't know what does. So before all of that, obviously I hadn't played the game because I was looking for it, but at the point now where I am making this review, I have played it. Holy crap, I have played it. I've actually played count them, 2 matches, and I do not dare go back. I got the gist. I have the idea. It is by far the worst port of a game I have ever seen on a system ever. So let me talk about it. Let me talk about my experience in these 2 matches. I was hopeful. I heard some terrible things. I'd seen a couple of average things, but everything I had seen were in 2-man matches. I saw some frame rate issues. I saw it was kind of choppy. I saw some graphics that really didn't impress me. But if the game ran kind of okay, kind of the way I saw it, it would be possible. But I had a theory that as soon as you put more than 2 people in a match, you're gonna see some serious slowdown. I figured that might be the case, but I had no idea. No one had any idea as to how bad it was going to be. Elimination Chamber match, that's one of my favorite matches. And not only in actual wrestling, I grew up watching wrestling, love wrestling. I've played almost every iteration of the wrestling games. I love Elimination Chamber matches, and I figured this would be a great chance to test out the game because you start with 2 wrestlers, then a 3rd one gets introduced, then a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th. So it would be a great way that in one match I can see gradually how much the game slows down every time it adds in a wrestler. And oh, it gets so bad.
It became unplayable as soon as 4 people were in the ring. At that point, it wasn't a joke anymore, it was unplayable. Now, at 6, this isn't a video game at this point. This is like watching a seizure. This is watching a train wreck. This is one of the worst things I have ever experienced. I can't believe this was released.
4 wrestlers in, it's unplayable. That takes away tag team matches, that takes away fatal 4-ways. Right there, you cannot play with 4 people. Once 6 were in the ring, it became unbearably painful. And this isn't something that's like, oh, the frame rate's a little choppy like in Rhyme. I never said that game was unplayable. That game was still playable. It was the worst version of the game. It didn't look that great at all and it ran kind of average, but you could play it. It was playable. This is, by all definition, unplayable. It gets so slow. Frame rates drop. It's just to a steady 5. And it's not just the frame rates. The music cuts in and out. The sound effects cut in and out.
Did that audio just completely cut out for a second there, or was it just me?
The crowd would completely die out, the announcers would die out, you would just hear nothing. Not even the sound of bodies hitting mats. It would just be dull, nothing, zip. I was flabbergasted. The second I saw the entrances, I heard the entrances were terrible. I'm like, well, I'll take a bad entrance. Maybe it's choppy. And sure enough, it looks like everyone's moving in slow motion. And I'm sure they have to deal with lighting, shadowing. The entrance has pyrotechnics. That's so much information for a game to have to process, and we're working with a little system here. So sure, maybe the entrances can suck and the rest will be fine. That wasn't the case. And the entrances, when it pulls out and you can see the scope of the ring and the crowd, it looks worse than N64 graphics. I don't know, it seems to just shoot down to about 360p. It looks like someone just took a handful of gunk, dipped it in some different colors of paint and threw it at the screen. Then got a pen and just started scratching the screen and kind of trying to make something out of nothing. That's what it looks like you're looking at, except it moves barely.
Look out here. What does Dean Ambrose need to do right now? He doesn't want to absorb much more punishment if he wants to win here.
And I think the biggest issue I have with this is, okay, I get it. You shipped all of these games out. This seems to be the thing now, these day one patches. You ship all the games out so you meet the deadline no matter what, and then you keep working on the game while it's being shipped so that you can make a day one patch that fixes everything that's wrong with the actual disc. The game was pushed to the shelves, they tried to fix it, they were delaying it and delaying it and delaying it, and eventually they were like, hey, we have these things in Walmart, in GameStop, we have it everywhere, we need to release it now or never. So they decided to put it out. I get that, but the eShop, take it off the eShop. Take it off the eShop until it's ready. I can get wanting to get the sales out of the physicals that you've released so you don't lose a ton of money on that. And I know you're still losing money not having it up on the eShop, but there's no pressure there. There's no physical item you have to get rid of. You're just putting a broken game onto a system. $60 and then a $90 bundle, a broken mess of garbage. I can stand here and laugh about it now, because reflectively, I've sat down and thought about all the things I wanted to say in this video, but I gotta tell you, my face when I was playing this game was nothing but sheer disappointment.
I just started the game. I am right now looking at it and recording my screen for the first time I've ever seen this on Switch, and my mouth dropped at how bad it was. The second that it started, it's worse than I expected. The audio quality is awful. I could barely even hear it on the tablet, so I put it in dock mode and it sounds like it's coming through a wall. Whenever it pulls away and it tries to show you the entire crowd, it looks terrible. The game's pretty much stopped right now. This is upsettingly bad. I would not have released it in this state bad. I'm reviewing the game after this match, my second match, and then I'm done. I'm not playing this again. I'm gonna see if I can try and sell it.
I'm not crapping on the game because as much as I managed to actually play, it was fun. I love playing as Shawn Michaels. I'll play as Shawn Michaels anything, anywhere, anytime, any day. But I'm not playing it in this game, and that should say something to everybody. What does this mean for the Switch, though, if anyone's out there thinking, well, I told you, the Switch is underpowered and it sucks, and you should only play on a PC. I don't think that's the case. The Switch has its limits. It does, and we all know that. The things that the Switch has been managing to do lately have been really impressive. The fact it can fit Doom on there, it can fit Skyrim on there, it's running these games, but they're a little older. They're games that don't have as much going on. In WWE, you've got all these different wrestlers, you've got all their individual attires, you have their entrances, you have the lighting of the game, the lighting of the rings, the pyrotechnics, you have objects that physically need to be designed in the game. That takes up more of the game. You have stories, you have all these different match types, you have announcers, you have sound bites, you have crowd, you have all these things that you're trying to put onto this portable system, and you can tell they've tried to take a lot of things out. They've tried to minimize the shadowing, the textures, all of that to make it fit, and it just doesn't.
Finn Balor is definitely fading a little.
What is happening?
Tonight is no different. Nothing good.
That doesn't mean the Switch sucks. It doesn't mean the Switch is bad. It just means the Switch has limits, and we all realize that. We all know that. You take the size of your PlayStation and your Xbox, what are they? Like this freaking big? You take a Switch and it's like this. The fact that it can play Skyrim still impresses me. The fact that it can play Doom still impresses me, but it absolutely has its limits, and we're seeing it in games like this. I don't think that should reflect negatively on the Switch. I don't think it really should reflect negatively on anyone. I don't blame the people that put this game on the shelves for trying to sell the game they shipped out, because they tried. They tried to bring it to the Switch, and that's what I've been saying I've wanted for the longest time, is ports on the Switch, other developers, other companies supporting the Switch. Hey, they tried, and they probably aren't gonna try again, and that's not a bad thing. Just you personally, don't go out and buy this game because it sucks, and I wanted everyone to be aware of that. Well guys, from Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and myself, we'd like to thank y'all for watching this video. We hope you had a good time. We hope that you pick this game up on another system and have some fun with it, and we hope that you haven't already been burnt on WWE 2K18 for Nintendo Switch. Remember to hit like, comment down below with what you think of the game or what games you're picking up this Christmas. Subscribe, because it makes us best friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just...
Alright, that's enough.